look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now, because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to be discussing with you in this reaction video, I'm going to play a clip, a few of them, but I'm going to play this first clip where a woman is going to tell you outright, a black woman, a modern woman, who's going to tell you that she don't care about men's mental health. She could care less. And then I'm going to show you a lady who has such a bad opinion about all men that it's just unrealistic, man. So let me go ahead and get to it. 1 second, man. You got to hear this woman first. Hope you're ready for it. Oops, wrong one. Like I always say, let's get it.
I'm be real with y'all. I don't give a fuck about the male loneliness epidemic, the male suicide epidemic. I don't give a fuck. That will never be something that I lose sleep over unless it directly affects me. Why would...
You heard her. She don't care about your mental health, gentlemen. Don't care if you're lonely. Don't care if you're depressed. The only time that she will actually care about your mental well-being is if it directly impacts her. This shows you the selfishness of today's modern day woman. This shows you that most of these women don't care about no one else but themselves. They don't care about how you feel. They don't care about if you're sick. They don't care if you're healthy. They don't care if you just got laid off. They don't care about anything about you. All they care about is about them. And if you're going through hell, if you're going through turmoil, trials and tribulations, she don't care unless there's a payoff in it for her. Now, this is one woman saying this, but I'm going to tell you my personal opinion. There's many women like her in various communities who think like this. This is a shared mentality among modern women, or as I prefer to call them, musty back heifers.
I'm be real with y'all. I don't give a fuck about the male loneliness epidemic, the male suicide epidemic. I don't give a fuck. That will never be something that I lose sleep over unless it directly affects me. Why would I give a fuck about men's mental health? Men don't even give a fuck about their mental health. What the fuck? You ask this nigga, how many of your friends came to your birthday party? None, but it's okay. And then you want to complain about loneliness? You think I'm going to take your loneliness seriously? And you don't even require your friends to show up for you and be decent human beings and celebrate you when they need to. But I'm supposed to give a fuck about your loneliness because you can't find a girlfriend. Why do you think you can't find a girlfriend? Because you refuse to fucking socialize. You don't give a fuck about being a social being, and nor do any...
It's not necessarily true. We socialize quite a bit. Some of us are introverts, some of us are not. But when we socialize, it's the character of the women that we are encountering during the socializing. Socializing. You get what I'm saying? We meet a lot of women and they are not up to our standards, okay? A lot of you women are broken. A lot of you are damaged. A lot of you don't have good credit. A lot of you is living check to check, which puts you in survival mode. When you're in survival mode, you're not trying to be loved and you're not trying to love people. What you're trying to do is come up. What you're trying to do is look for a savior in the form of a dollar bill that's passed from a man's hand to yours. So it's not about us staying indoors or going outdoors. It's the type of women that's outdoors that we are bumping into. You understand? There are women out there that we can meet anytime and sleep with. There's nothing really difficult about sleeping with women. It's easy to sleep with a woman, you know what I mean? But finding a quality woman who has a traditional mindset, that's totally different.
Any of your friends. You sit in your mother's basement with a lotion and a Dr. Pepper on both sides of you, using sexual gratification as a means to deal with your emotions, and you think I'm supposed to give a fuck about you being lonely? Oh, if we focus on men's mental health, they wouldn't be so violent to women. Being depressed is not an excuse to kill somebody. There are grown men who can't even tell you that their feelings are hurt, and y'all want to talk about mental health? That shit is going out the fucking window, right?
And you can see why no one would tell this lady anything about them being in a situation where they feel emotionally down, because with her mouth, I can promise you, if you tell her anything, she'll throw it back in your face during a fight or something. That's another thing. Most women, you cannot confide to them because they use it against you. They will weaponize your faults, your failures, and your innermost pains in order to get something across. In other words, they'll try to make their point and they'll use your pain, your faults, your failures as a vehicle to get that point across, whatever that point may be. Okay? That's why it's good not to really tell women certain things, because they're so emotional, they're so shifty, and you can't trust these modern day women.
That crazy. I don't give a fuck. Talk to a bitch that give a fuck, because it's not me.
Oh, you can see that's not you, son. Shit, we definitely can see that. Now, I want you to hear this woman here, how she views all men, but she's a black woman. Most likely she's talking to people in my community. But you just got to hear what this... I hope y'all ready for this one, man. Hold up as I load it up for you. Now, let me make sure I cut my music. I think this might be one of them low clips I get. I don't know. Let's see. But let's get it.
I'm about to bring awareness to something that a lot of people don't know. If a man is overly sexual, he's been SA'd. If a
man likes to get a woman's booty, if a man want to sleep with a woman, if he want to sleep with plenty of women like a player, then that means that most likely he has been SA'd. That someone threw their bodies on his body without his permission and violated him. Do you see how ignorant these women are? In my most humble opinion, and this is for educational purposes, educating you that these musty back helpers ain't got no sense.
I'm about to bring awareness to something that a lot of people don't know. If a man is overly sexual, he's been SA'd. If a man is on the DL, he's been SA'd. If a man is abusive, he's been SA'd. If a man is addicted to anything, he's been SA'd.
If you're addicted to cigarettes or cigars, you've been SA'd. If you're addicted to crack, if you're addicted to powder, if you're addicted to, hell, sleeping with women, sex, you've been SA'd. Do you hear this lunacy, man? If you're on a DL, she said, you've been SA'd. So I guess if you get a job, you've been SA'd. If you lose the job, you got SA'd. If you got a promotion on the job, you got SA'd. Hell, everything's for us. If we do anything, we get an SA'd according to this chick.
Men just feel like they can't talk to nobody about nothing. So if you see those signs, instead of thinking like the worst shit, that person has been SA'd.
Man, y'all don't know, man. The stuff I be finding, man, it blows my mind. When I show you some of the things that I'm showing you, I got one more to show you, man. That is just, boy, no matter what it is now, if you late to work, you've been SA'd. If you're watching YouTube right now, you've been SA'd. I'll put this other clip up here, man. Boy, that woman there was dumb as hell, boy. I tell you, let me put this down here so I can see me. Man, it's tough out here for a player. Let's get it.
Tell you something. If she disregards your concerns and your emotions, and she talks over you, and she doesn't allow you to speak your piece of things, she doesn't allow you to vent and get things off your chest, then this is a woman that doesn't care about your well-being. Because if she cared about your well-being, then she would allow you to express yourself, because that's what's going to help your mental state in that moment, in those moments of anguish. So if she doesn't listen to you, and she doesn't allow you to voice your opinions without going left or getting upset about it, then that is a woman who doesn't care about your mental space, nor does she care that you're doing well psychologically. So these are the times where you have to really hone in on how she's treating you and what she's showing you in her actions.
Yep, that's true. So I just showed you a few women. Only one had a little common sense, but the other one don't. She told you. She don't care about how you feel. Another one told you if you feel any kind of way, you've been SA'd. If you finish high school, you've been SA'd. If you got picked for the football team, you got SA'd. If you join the NBA or the NFL, you've been SA'd. If you become a rapper or an actor, you've been SA'd. Hey, you can't say I'm making this up. You see these women saying these things. It sounds absurd if you didn't see these clips. Hey, it is what it is, y'all. Anyway, then. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all be safe now. You hear? Unless you're going to be SA'd. I'll let you later.